and the transmission was so good that I was just like sold. So car number 3 secured in the bag. I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna walk through the process and see all the steps it takes to get it rented. So here we go.
What is up, guys? This is Justin. In this video, I am going to go over everything it takes from beginning to end in buying and listing a car on Hyrecar. Well, I just got car number 3, and so I thought I would take this opportunity to share with you how I go about looking for a car, purchasing it, inspecting it, getting the title, everything that I do. And then you actually won't even see this video. I won't post it and finish this video until it's actually rented. So we're gonna go through the whole process of everything that I do so that you can do the same. You can repeat my process and you can do the same thing, make money, go out there and hustle. So that's what you're gonna see in this video. So let's get right into it. All right, so in our plan and our goal to get a car listed on Hyrecar, the very first thing you do is to do market research in your area for a car. So I've been spending the last 2 or 3 weeks looking at cars in my area on OfferUp and in Craigslist. Those are my 2 favorite right now before I can get to the auction. But right now I just look on Craigslist and OfferUp, and I look at other dealerships, like used car dealerships, and go around and just kind of feel out for a good. I just kind of feel out. I have a few cars in mind. I like Ford Focuses, I like Honda Civics, I like Volkswagen Jettas and Passats. Just any 4-door. I don't really like Nissans, but I'll look at them. So I just kind of put my feelers out there. What's good deals? What's overpriced? What's underpriced? I just kind of look at a ton of cars. And when you look at a ton of cars online, you're able to say, okay, you can look at it instantly like, oh, that's way overpriced. Oh, this is a really good deal. So I kind of just prepare myself by looking at cars when I'm ready to buy. I had some money in the bank, so here we go. So first step is just market research looking. The next thing I do is I go and test drive a few cars when I'm like, okay, this is potentially could be a good deal. So I go, I went to a used car dealership down the road. I test drove a Ford Focus. The transmission was shifty. Moved on. I looked at this other Honda Civic. It was okay. Moved on. And then up came this ad on Craigslist, this post for a Chevy HHR. Not the best looking car, but it was listed for $3,300. It was it's a 2009 with 104,000 miles on it. So it was looking pretty promising. So I went to go test drive it, but first this car was over an hour away. So it was a little bit of ways away. So before I come all the way out there, you know, how's the car? Transmission's great. Okay. They had full record of everything that they'd ever done to the car. The person that owned it was the original owner, and they had it the whole way. And for a 10 plus year old car with 100,000 miles on, that means they babied this car for a very long time. I was very much interested. I said, can I just get it for 29? And they were like, no. And so I was like, all right, well, can we meet at 3,000? Before I even drive all the way up there, can you just give me $300 off? And they said no. And I got prideful, and I was like, all right, well, I don't want that car then. But I told my wife about it, and she talked some sense into me. She's like, it's a good deal. It's a good deal. Go get it. We drove all the way out to Victorville, and I got in the car, and it was absolutely immaculate. Like the car, there were brand new tires. Everything was so clean. Everything was like detailed. It was like, even the engine was like in really great condition. Like they cleaned the car like in and out. So it looked really good. So I test drove it. My problem with Chevys are their transmissions are not the greatest, just like Ford's, like their transmissions. So that's the first thing I go for. Like, how's the transmission? Because I don't want to replace the transmission. This car is not worth it if I have to replace the transmission. It's just not viable for me. It's not going to make sense. I don't even want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. I got in and it just shifted so beautifully. It shifted better than my Honda, and I was like, wow, okay, I'm sold. So we test drove it some more. The brakes were good. You know, I checked the oil. I looked at everything. Everything sounded good except for one thing. When we went over bumps, there was a crunching sound in the front right passenger wheel. Almost sound like, I don't know, hard to explain, but there was a crunching sound. But it wasn't that bad when I was test driving it. And so everything else was perfect. I was like, all right, everything else is perfect. I'll risk it. I'll get this car. I'm sold. I went back. I paid for the car. I just gave her $3,300. I got the title. We did everything. Boom, boom, sold. And I had this. There's my 3rd car. So I drove the car home, and this crunching sound got really bad. And I was like, oh man, this might be really bad. And then I, slept, went to work the next day. I drove it to work that day so that I could get more of a feel for the car, and it was even worse. So I always take my cars to a mechanic and get it inspected so that I have peace of mind, my renters have peace of mind. I don't have to deal with the headache of it breaking down 3 days later. Fix it now, not when someone's on the road during a rental. Just fix it now. You'll save yourself headache later. It's a beautiful car. It's going to run another 80,000 miles at least, so I'm stoked about that. So step number 4 is to get the car inspected by a mechanic and fix everything that's wrong with it. So tomorrow morning, day number 2, we are going to go to the DMV and I'm going to transfer title. I'm going to go first thing in the morning, go to the DMV, transfer title in my name. That's step number 5. And once I do that, I'm going to go and I'm going to get insurance on the vehicle.
What is up, guys? So I just picked up the vehicle from the mechanic today. The front right control arm was broken. It was about $295. But now it runs beautifully. I would say there's absolutely nothing wrong with this car now. So this morning, before work, I went to the DMV, paid about $100 to get the title transferred and everything in my name, taxes, the whole 9. I bought insurance online, 2 months, so it was $102 first and last for the 6 months. It'll be $52 a month going out, so $100 at the DMV, another $100 for insurance, and then I spent $295 this morning, or this evening at the mechanic. So tomorrow, Saturday, I'm going to be doing the inspection on the car to get it ready for Uber and Lyft, and then I'll see you guys right over there. What's up, guys? So today I'm about to do the inspection. We're about to get it done. I use Rideshare Mechanic. You do it all over your phone. I don't have to go anywhere. It's much easier. It's Saturday. I don't want to really do much. I want to work in my office, so I can just come out here. I set an appointment, and I'm going to have my wife help me. It's just easier with 2 people. You have to show them the brake lights working, so you could set your phone up and like walk over and use the car. But if she's just in the car and I'm holding the phone, she uses the brake lights, you know, the horn, that type of thing. If you want to know more in depth about Rideshare Mechanic and how that works in passing Uber and Lyft inspections, I'm gonna leave a video right here. I did a super in-depth video of like everything that you need to have in working condition to pass cars that actually you can't use on Uber and Lyft. So if you're thinking about renting out your car on Hyrecar, go check out that video up right there in the corner, so you can learn more about Rideshare Mechanic and what you need to know before you go and do the inspection. So let's get right into it. All right, that is it. So now I'm gonna submit all the videos to the Dropbox that they sent me a link to, and then I'll pay and they'll send me the approval, the inspections if I pass. If I don't pay, but everything was working. So we're good to go. All right, guys, we passed inspection. So I got the keys, all right. All right, guys, so we passed inspection. We uploaded all the pictures, the videos, everything up to Dropbox. They passed it. Inspection passed. So now my next step is to add our GPS unit to the vehicle. So I use automatic. If you guys want to see a more in-depth review on automatic, I was thinking about making a video. I have these in all 3 now of my cars. I am going to move up units that are installed, that are wired in, so I can have ignition shut off, but I kind of went and spent all my money on this one, so next time I will be getting that. So for now it's automatic, so here we go. We're going to go inside the car, set you guys up over here. I found it for $69 on Amazon, and I'll leave a link to Amazon. But I know they're $99 on their website, and then you get 6 months. God, this is really taped in there. And then you get 6 months of service, and then it's $5 a month after that per unit. So here it is. Boom. Has all kinds of features. Crash alerts, roadside assistance, real-time location, driving history. I love that. I can see how much they've driven every day, so I know if they're within my mileage limits. Diagnostics, so if any check engine lights come on while it's rented, you'll get a notification and you'll know what it is.
you'll mileage tracking, and then you actually can, I think it connects to like Alexa or something like that. So super simple, comes with a guide. If you guys can see this, there it is. It's right there. So I don't like that. That sucks. On my Volkswagen Jetta, it's like way up in here, tucked away, hidden. Like, I like that. Chevy's got it right there. That sucks, but that's all right. I'm gonna finish putting that in, syncing it up to my phone, and then all you have to do is turn the car on, turn the car off, wait 5 minutes, and then drive it around the block. It'll sync up, and then boom, it's ready to go. So after this, I am going to go wash the car. I'm gonna go take some pictures, and so I'll see you guys right over there. All right, guys, I wanted to mention that I completely forgot that you have to get a GPS. Like, don't make the same mistake that I did at first. Like, it'll be all right. You're gonna have bad renters sometimes. People are not gonna return your car. They're gonna be late, and you need to protect yourself and your assets. And so always spend the money, at least get the basic GPS like this where it plugs in. If you really want to go all out, get the wired one with the ignition shut off so that you can protect yourself. I definitely would. I'm going to. It's more expensive, and I'm going to upgrade to those later. So this is my plan. This is what I'm doing right now. But absolutely have a GPS in your vehicle. Spend the $50, $60, $70 and just get it done. Make sure you pay attention though to monthly payments, because I saw one on Amazon the other day that was $19.99. Wow, that's such a good deal. But then it was $19.99 a month. So after a year, it's like $120 a year. That's insane. The ones that are plugged in right here is $5 a month after 6 months. That's a good deal. The ones that are wired in are $15 a year. So you kind of pay for it once. The one that I want to get is $120, and then it's $15 a year. So that's super affordable. It's good, has the ignition shut off, has all the same features. So I like that. But I just want to mention, like, don't cheap out, get a GPS. All right, guys, last step. We're out here, we're about to take photos. And then that's it. So I'm gonna call Hyrecar after this, let them know everything's uploaded, ready to go, and then we're good. And then we're good to go. So let's take some photos. What's up, guys? So I just wanted to check in real quick. It's Sunday morning. Last night, from after I got the inspection, I was calling Hyrecar so that it could get approved. I have an account manager, and he said that they manually approve every vehicle. They verify the insurance, they verify, like, with their eyes. So my account manager called me on Friday and said, hey, I can't, he would normally be the one to do it, but he couldn't do it. So he said, if you just call on the weekend, they'll be able to help you. All I had left to do is the inspection, which you guys saw. So I called on Saturday all day, like, never could get through. Someone would answer and they would transfer me to the right department and no one would answer. And then if you're like on hold for 20 minutes, it hangs up and says, like, we'll call you back. And they don't. So then I finally got through at like 6 o'clock and they're like, oh, that department's closed. I'm like, great, I've been calling for hours. So Saturday's over with, whatever. They opened at 8 a.m. Eastern time or Central time. Anyway, so 6 a.m. my time, Pacific time in California. So I woke up, I called and I finally got through, and they finally listed the vehicle. So now it is live. It's Sunday morning at, like, I don't know, 8:30. So it's live. The vehicle's up and listed. Finally, it took forever. So today's 4 days. I bought a vehicle, and 4 days later is now live on Hyrecar. That was a very quick process. I think that's the fastest I've done it so far. So I'm really happy with that. Now the next time you'll see me is when it's rented. So hopefully it's really soon. But yeah, I've seen my vehicles go pretty quickly. So we'll see what happens. What is up, guys? So the last time you saw me, it was Sunday morning, and I was on the phone with Hyrecar to get the car listed. And so I've been waiting for the car to rent. It is 4 hours later. I've already accepted an application and I have a renter for the car. It took 4 hours. I can't even make this up. It took 4 hours live on the site to rent out the car. Actually, I know the person that's renting it out. He rented from me. He rented one of my other cars, gosh, back in like August, like 6 months ago. So that was kind of cool. So it kind of worked out really great that I can go, he's right down the road. I'll just drop it off to him. My wife will follow me, we'll drop it off. But it took 4 hours. It took longer for Hyrecar to approve the car than it did to rent out. So excited. He rented for 2 days. So I'll get about $60 net from this rental. You know, I've had 2-day rentals turn into 6 months. So they extend day by day, depending on how much they make. I think he might keep it for a week. So it'll be a very good first rental. So I'm so excited about this. So right now, I'm gonna go drop off this car here in about an hour, and then I'm gonna come back and then I'll go over everything that, how much I've spent from the car, insurance, registration, everything to see what it costs to get into this, and then how much I project to make and how long it's gonna take for me to make my money back. So here we go. Okay, so I just dropped off the car. It's done. It's only been 4 days. I bought it on Wednesday, mechanic Thursday, DMV Friday, inspection Saturday, and it's rented on Sunday. I couldn't have asked for a better video, a better everything going so smoothly. It was really, really good. So I just want to recap on what happened. So I bought a 2009 Chevy HHR with 104,000 miles on it for $3,300. I spent $295 on repairs. I spent $69 on the GPS. I spent $102 on insurance, first and last month payment. I spent $55 on the Uber and Lyft inspections. I spent $97 at the DMV to get it title transferred. I spent $25 on gas, driving it from Victorville here and all around. And I spent $7 on getting it a car wash. So that is it. I spent a total of $3,950, even down to the penny, $3,950. So I have this investment all in for less than $4,000. I'm so happy about that. So I say that I make about $500 per month per car from Hyrecar, and that's really good. I mean, like the lowest I've ever done on a car since I've started was $480. So I always make $500 or more. So sometimes I make, you know, at the most $1,000 a car the month if it's always rented out to a long-term renter. So that's the range. So I figure if I have 4,000 into it, I'll be making my money back in 8 months, 6 months, probably closer to 6 months. But if it lasts longer than that, then it's all profit after that. My plan with this Chevy is to rent it until it reaches about 180,000 miles. And at that point, I'll sell it for $1,000 or $2,000, depending on the condition after it's been rented out and if there's any problems with it. But I'm super stoked with how this went. I'm so excited to have a third car. I'll be getting my fourth pretty soon, maybe in maybe 2 months, 3 months. We'll see how it goes and how everything rents. Well, thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of this video. That is it for this one. If you like this type of content, let me know by pressing the subscribe button and the like button below. I'll see you guys in the next one.